welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make an apple crisp cupcake. So this consists of a vanilla cupcake with an apple pie filling and a cinnamon cream cheese frosting, and then it's topped with a crumble made with butter and cinnamon. So in my one bowl here I sifted 1.5 cups of flour, and then I added a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and I'm just going to set this aside for later. And then in my other bowl here, I've cut up some unsalted butter, so it's 1 stick of butter, and I'm going to cream it with my hand mixer and then add in some sugar. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my hand mixer for about 1 minute, set on medium, and then I'll add in my sugar. Alright, so here is what it looks like so far. I'm about to add in 1 cup of sugar. Alright, I'm going to beat this for 2 minutes now. The next thing I'm going to do is add 3 eggs. We're going to add it 1 at a time until each egg is incorporated. And here is what my mixture looks like so far. Still have a little bit of butter that I have to get before I can add in my vanilla. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to slowly add 1/2 cup of milk. So it looks like this. The next thing is to add in our dry ingredients. So like I said earlier, I have flour, salt, baking powder, baking soda, all in this bowl. I sifted the flour first, then I added in the rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this into my cupcake mixture, and I'm gonna whisk it together. All right, so my cupcakes are ready to go in the oven. I'm preheating the oven at 350, and they're going to bake for about 15 minutes. All right, so now we're just going to do the toothpick test to see if these cupcakes are done. If it comes up clean or with some crumbles on it, it means it's done. So we're clear. So I'm going to let these cool and then get working on the crumble for the topping and the icing. All right, so today I'm going to show you how to make the crumble for the topping of the cupcake, and then we're going to do the buttercream. I had to talk a little quiet because my little one's in the next room sleeping, so hopefully you'll be able to hear. For our crumble, I'm gonna measure out 1/2 cup of flour, 1½ tablespoons of sugar, 1½ tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 4 to 5 tablespoons of butter. So I have all my ingredients in my bowl here. I'm gonna take the fork and kind of mash it until I have everything incorporated together. You can also use your hands if you want. My crumbs. Let's see if I can bring up the camera here. So that's what it's looking like. So the next step is to lay this out on a baking sheet. I have my oven preheated already to 350 degrees. And I'm gonna just put it in there for about 10 minutes, and then you have to kind of stir it each time just so it doesn't bake into one big piece. So to keep the crumbs consistency, you have to stir it 3 or 4 times throughout the baking process. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my baking sheet. All right, so I have my crumble on my baking sheet, and in the oven it goes. Okay, first things first, add in the cream cheese. I'm gonna cream it for a little bit before I add in the butter. Just for like 30 seconds. I always put my mixer on about halfway, maybe a little to the number 2 on if you're using a KitchenAid mixer. And then as it gets softer, I might speed it up a little bit. So here we are creaming the butter. Some extra. And then I'm just gonna add all the powdered sugar at once. And this is what the icing looks like when it's finished. It tastes really, really delicious. I have one of my cupcakes. I'm gonna go ahead and use a spoon. Just gonna cut out the center. I have my apple pie filling that I already made. I'm gonna spoon some of it in. And you're just gonna take your icing. I'm using a 4D Wilton tip. You're gonna go around. Did a double layer. Spoon a little bit of the topping just so it shows. So far, this is what it looks like. Then I take my crumble. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle some of the crumble on top. And this is what the cupcakes will look like. I'll show you the final product in a little bit. Okay, so here is our finished product. I'm gonna cut into one so you can see what the inside looks like. What it's gonna look like when you bite into it.